And we're back in another series, Living in America. I'm your host, and today we got the best in the house, Michael. Oh, baby. Michael is going to row my boat ashore.
So I'm going to ask...
Hallelujah.
Lloyd has been fasting for how long now?
Too long. No, July 13th.
So it's a month. It's a month today.
July is 18 days. Plus 11
yes.
is 29.
Yes, right. And how does it feel?
Oh, fantastic at the moment.
Oh my.
Fantastic at the moment. But there are times when it's extremely distressful.
Well, tell us about the fantastic first.
Well, fantastic, and even the distressful is has a texture that is also fantastic. But fantastic. All right. I guess at the moment what occurs to me to respond to what is fantastic about it is the depth of the experience that I'm going through that's coming into consciousness. Being able to experience my consciousness, being able to experience the depth of my unconsciousness to that degree of consciousness.
So you're aware of your unconscious?
Yes.
Because of the fast?
Well, you don't walk around all day alone checking what you're aware of. You don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that. Somebody can ask you, and then when you think about it, you say that to them. So I don't walk around aware of being conscious of my unconsciousness, no. But when you ask me, yeah, that's significant experience that's new and fantastic.
Do the people know what kind of fast you're on?
No, they have no idea.
Want to tell them?
Some of them may.
Oh, yes.
Well, okay, starting July 13th, I rotate intervals of 3 to 4 days where I drink liquid blends of roots and herbs, of tea that's brewed from roots and herbs. And then I go into 2 or 3 days of water fasting, and that's all I have is the water fasting. And so it rotates like that. Sometimes it's 3 days of one, 4 days of another. Sometimes it's 4 days of one and 3 days of the other. So basically, rotating intervals is all you need to know of those intakes.
And you're doing this because?
Whoa, Jesus! That's where the half an hour may not be enough.
No, well, we might do this again.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yes.
This is all a continuation of an exploration that started many, many, many years ago, and that we actually started to explore a long time ago, and then we left it off. And you would say to me, "Hey, Lloyd, when are we going to go back to the part with the bathtub and continue?" And that's all the way back into the 70s that was happening.
Yes, Lloyd's referring to, you just refreshed your many fans' memory when you were in the bathtub and you went under the water in the bathtub, is that right?
Yes, yes. The underwater breathing.
Yeah.
Underwater breathing. Well, again, that was as far as I got in the and exploring the background history at that time with you was the underwater breathing.
Mm-hmm.
But that also was a continuation of it's an inner exploration that I had developed over a period of time, which I would say really took shape. It goes even back into earlier years in my teenage days of being in a very Pentecostal home, and in the city, a more sophisticated kind of Anglican home on the island of Barbados. So there were two different kinds of experiences. One was the rural country kind of Pentecostal home, and the one was more the urban, cultural kind of thing in Barbados, which is a British kind of version of the religious experience. The other one is Southern American type Baptist thing. So that was a very interesting back and forth kind of thing during that time. And between them, I was able to develop neither. And out of those started to, I believe, come the seeds of the development of what is happening at the moment right now. So where that thing started.
And so what you're
to grow.
aiming for now is with this fast? I think you told me something about helping.
Oh, I was going to say, getting ready to come here earlier today, thinking about our show, is that what was going to happen? What was going to happen is that
could have found out why you wanted to breathe underwater and how you did it.
well, we didn't get there yet.
No, but we might leave that for the next show. But we still would love to know, we meaning me, what the purpose of this rather incredible fast is.
Yes, it's phase 4. The fast started in 2006, and it's undergone 3 phases, and this is the 4th phase now.
And the purpose of the fast is?
Oh, the purpose of the fast is there you see, is this art there? Yeah. That's it. Look good, huh? Nice. Look good. Yeah.
We might not get him to tell us, folks. Stay gripped on the edge of your seats.
Okay.
He might be didn't want to tell us.
No.
Oh well, what is the purpose of your fast again?
I want to tell you, but not in the old way. The old way I would have told you already because I'm so desperate.
We're open for new ways.
So desperate for recognition.
Yes, we're open
I don't
for
have
any
that kind
ways.
of desperate need for recognition anymore. But so what were we talking about?
The purpose of your fast.
The purpose of my fast. Oh yeah, the purpose of my fast is it's all. It feels like concluding this spiritual exploration, the spiritual journey that I've been on, which feels in the visualization that applies and that works for me and that I can relate to a lot, like covering some entirely unknown, strange terrain. Sometimes like crossing a desert, other times like mountainous kind of climb, and the fast is facilitating my movement through this. So it's almost like it's operating almost like some kind of locomotion. It's like it's helping me to move forward in a way that without the fast I wouldn't be able to experience that kind of movement, that kind of locomotion.
So the fast is that, which I can understand, is bringing you into some unknown.
No, it's not bringing me into it.
No. Oh, not.
No, it's taking me through a journey that's continuing for many years through the unknown.
Right. So
this goes all the way back.
So a continuation of a.
Right, but it's moving me along in a way that this doesn't take as much time as it would without fasting. Fasting is like accelerating it.
And why do you want to move through this unknown? Or why are you moving through this unknown?
Oh, because I'm traveling in a way that again there are lots of visualizations that have made a really big difference for me. The visualizations have provided a very powerful tool for me in getting through the experiences, this spiritual quest that I'm on. And so the visualization of that relates to actual real life experiences that I've had in the past of being lost in the woods and having no orientation, no sense of where I was and how I was going to get to where I was going. But knowing that there were certain cues and certain landmarks and certain experiences that would tell me whether I was moving in the right direction or not. And so I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, one possible.
Well, I have some idea.
One possible interpretation is that you're going into the unknown, and you at least have certain experiences or sensations that let you know that you're on the going in the right direction.
Right, it's safe, yeah.
Because
oh, you asked me something about the journey, about the purpose of something.
Yes, I still want to
why
know.
am I doing
If
this?
there's some, you once said to me that there's something about enlightenment and somehow reaching a state of
Oh
consciousness.
yes, in the kitchen.
Yes,
and
yes.
The thing that day, that was a wonderful exchange, and I just looked at the page that you sent me to in the book that you gave me. Transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah. This effort that I'm making is geared towards arriving in this place again, in the sense of the visualization, going through the woods, and finding this place that I'm looking for when I come on it will be the spiritual place, the spiritual experience of having a transformation that, unlike how I feel by now, fairly sure that unlike how I could have already come to the transformation in a different way before, much earlier than this, that was going to be a singular transformation that would involve only my living experience, and that through that experience other people would find a way with my teaching and my instruction how to have that happen in their lives once they followed the path and became disciples and followed me as their master, like Christ did and Buddha did and all the others did. But choosing instead to forego that kind of seduction that comes, irresistible seduction that comes with that invitation to have multitudes following you and worshiping you.
Yes.
Their egos succumbed to that seduction. They weren't able to escape from it. But seeing that choice in the path, at that fork in the road, that diversion, and choosing instead this other one that brings far more than having multitudes following, to have it happen in a way that triggers a transformation that goes through the whole consciousness of the planet, and have the planet discover at the same time discover that same transformation. So the whole planet enters in what I call it, a new dawn.
Yeah.
Covers the entire planet.
Yeah.
And shortly after, within a month or two, the entire planet is engulfed with abundance. No starvation, no suffering, an abundance of growth, vegetation, lush, all that stuff. And we're all together. And there's no exception. The most hated, bigoted, narrow-minded, psychotic, pathological, murdering, killing being.
Yes.
Full rights and full privilege.
And good food.
At that table.
And happy and
at
loving.
that table.
Happy
at
and
that
loving.
fellowship.
Take that. You can be loving, right? And this
a flood
A new
of
flood is
energy.
coming, yes.
A flood of energy that makes that look so trivial and so petty, so picayune, to be saying, well, you know, you're Jewish. We don't want Jews here. You're Palestinian. We don't want Palestinians here. You're Christian. We don't want Christians here. You're a hippie. We don't want hippies here. You're gay. We don't want gays here. A flood, a torrent, a tsunami of love. Right? Unleashed.
And we have a record of this. Now, how is fasting going to do this?
Through this triggers it like I become then the hole in the dike. I unplug this portion of the dike that's holding the whole thing back. It just comes flooding through me.
The new love and
the whole consciousness, yes, comes
Right.
through me,
And
that's why it's taking so much more,
And
so
why
much
would
longer.
fasting
so
do
much
this
more-
though? Why wouldn't
Acceleration, right? It's not doing it. No, it's not
why
doing it.
wouldn't
It's,
you
it's
going
accelerating.
around and hugging people or
Oh my goodness, no.
no?
The amount of repression and the amount of repression and suppression of the force of love on this planet is so enormous that it's totally ridiculous to believe that could get released from such a dinky little thing like a hug. That's totally
but
nonsense.
fasting would help. How long are you going to do this?
No, it's not fasting doing it at all.
It's
fasting is facilitating the release
of this love.
Yes. No, Jesus. Are you kidding me? Fasting's not doing it. No, not at all. This is the tremendous force that we're dealing with here. Tremendous.
Yes.
It's like atomic force being released. It's triggering an atomic explosion of love.
I feel
massive magnitude. Massive.
Yes.
Massive.
Yes.
And there's no bloodshed.
Yes.
There's no revenge.
Yep.
There's no firing squads.
We might have to put this on YouTube so we can.
I would love to do that.
Facilitate this.
I would love to do that. I'm not afraid to do that anymore. There are times when
so what should other? Well, first of all,
even discuss
what about this danger to your health?
I love this whole exchange started reminding me of your friend because I really relate so intimately with his energy.
Michael Mack? No.
Who's the one that's so vociferous?
Maybe Michael.
You're the one. Yes, that's right. That's right, Michael. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe Neil Cates. I'm not sure.
Oh God, he's slender, kind of on the tall side.
Well, we'll go there.
Yeah.
So
that would be nice to have him on.
What about the danger to your health?
I like that energy.
And the danger to your life?
Oh, very real, very real. Everyone is concerned. I went to a gathering last night. I was invited to a gathering of beautiful people, and that was a very common theme. People were coming up and saying, you're not getting any carbohydrates. You need to eat some solid food. You need to eat protein because your body's going to start. Your body's already by now. After this length of time, your body's is by now digesting the muscle tissue, and your brain. Some of the cells are good.
So, is there somebody medical that's
That's the next. Another thing to ask me is under medical supervision. No, any more than the psychiatric experience I went through at the very beginning, where I collapsed into total depression and never took a bath for 2 years. Never brushed my teeth.
That was a while ago. Yes.
Yeah, and everybody was terrified, even more terrified.
Now there are sites on the internet. A friend of mine fasted for 40 days, and there's some that do more.
Oh, sure.
A liquid fast too.
Sure.
Maybe a little, or a lot gentler than yours. She was allowed to make soup and just filter out the solids.
Yes. Well, I'm getting to that phase coming up next when I get to 130. I'm 145 this morning. 145 this morning.
And then you'll start.
Then I'm going to add no more water fasting. It's just going to be the liquid fasting that I'm doing now, and along with pureed.
Yes.
I have the food already.
And then you will
marinating.
And then what will happen after
beans and rice.
And after that?
That's going to be. That's going to then take it down to 110 pounds.
My.
So I can't do it just with the liquid and water fasting to go from 130 to 110.
Now you might. There's someone, although I think they charge, but maybe for you though, you can get on this website, and you have people to talk to each day that are also fasting for a long amount of time.
Yeah, no, not at all.
You don't want to do that.
No. That would be intrusive.
So why do you feel that you won't harm yourself?
Oh, I don't know that. No, I don't know that. No, I don't know that I'm not going to harm myself. I know that the experience I'm having right now includes the possibility of irreparable damage or death.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very much a part of this path that I'm on. So when people freak out, I say to them, don't feel intrusive. I said, please don't feel intrusive when you're freaking out. Because if you're not freaking out, then it's telling me that you're really not focused on what you're talking about. But when you're freaking out, that tells me that you're right tuned in. You're absolutely tuned in. Don't hold that back. No, you're on the right frequency.
You look a little worried in your eyes now. Your voice is cheerful and happy, and your eyes look worried. Now they don't. A little bit less now that I mentioned it. But they were looking worried. And now they're not.
Oh no, not worried, not worried. No, I see what you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see what you see. That's not worried. That is taking on the energy of the concern that that I was sharing with you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's empathy.
I understand.
Yeah, so it was there, but that was not mine. That was empathetic.
The nice thing about the setup of CCTV is you really have to be close to people, and you can look them very closely in the eye. Well, we only have 4.5 minutes. Is there anything
Thank you so much.
you want to add to this?
This is really great. You know?
Oh, good.
I
yes.
didn't think of this. This is your.
So anything?
This is your.
I remember when
I would like to share a little bit of what of this experience happening here.
You mean for me?
Yeah, but even if it's totally unrelated. Don't filter anything.
I fasted for over 20 days and just powdered milk, honey, and wheat germ. I didn't know what I was doing.
No, any more than that.
But I did it, and I liked it.
Where?
I was living in Chicago.
Oh, nice.
And I was somehow angry at God because 2 girls that I knew had leukodystrophy, which means they were losing the use of their muscles.
That had been all the time, or that was a development that occurred?
I knew them and was helping take care of them.
Oh, so.
And what do I know? But I did do the fasting, and for some reason I picked powdered milk, honey, and wheat germ.
Sure.
Lord knows what.
That sounds familiar.
No vitamin C in it.
That sounds very biblical.
I just had five a day.
Biblical.
And in some ways loved it. It made me feel very clear, and I could feel when my energy was leaving and when it was coming. It was very hard walking upstairs. And then unfortunately, because I was a novice or a fool, after it ended, you might have had this because you fasted before, I was so hungry, I ate till I could feel the food coming up here and almost vomiting.
Sure.
And that was extremely foolish.
Yeah, no.
So I hope you, since you know this, that's
I came close to that. The first phase was water. Water for 30 days.
Yeah.
Water. Nothing else. And at the end of the 30 days, I came off of it, and they said, I'm not going to monitor anything. I'm just going to go back to normal eating patterns. And I'm going to see if, according to the warnings that I got from everywhere, I'm either going to regain the weight, as happens in a lot of cases, even gain even more than I had.
Yes.
And so, in 2006, when I came off of it, by the end of 2006, I had gone from 231 to 160, and then when I came over from 160 to 204, 44 pounds, and without monitoring anything, from 2006 until 2011, October last year, 204. That's it. Never went out over 204. And so for 5 years, I kept off whatever that was.
So we only have a minute.
27
Last things to say.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow, the radio show from 2 until 4. Mike will be back at 7.
No, next Sunday at 7, and a radio show Tuesday at 2.
Oh, I forgot about that, yes.
With Elizabeth Gansey, yes.
Yeah. You were on with her?
Yes.
Wow!
Yeah.
Regularly?
Yeah.
What a combination!
Wow, what a great advertisement.
That's fantastic.
Tuesday, 2 to 4. CCTV, Channel 9.
God. Do you think you enjoyed this? Wait till you enjoy that. Tell them again, Tuesday?
Tuesday, 2 to 4.
Tuesday, 2 to 4.
Gansey,
so Monday, 2 to 4. Tuesday, 2 to 4.
Yeah.
And then back on Sunday, 7 o'clock, 7 to 7:30, 7:30 to 8.
Yeah, and you have a guest.
I have a guest next time?
Yes, you have a guest next time.
Yeah, next time.
I forget, but you couldn't have me on because you have a guest.
Oh, that's right. I have someone coming from Florida who used to live in Cambridge.
And so are we talking about?
And she may be expecting a call from the White House.
And so what will she be talking about? We have 10 seconds.
She's going to be talking about the new appointment to the World Bank, Obama's appointment to the World Bank.
Okay.
She knows it.